The Musk-Johnson proposal is not serious. It's laughable. Extreme MAGA Republicans are driving us to a government shutdown.
Hello and welcome to What the Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Thursday, December 19th, 2024. Welcome to day 1430. Donald Trump killed the bipartisan spending deal to avoid a government shutdown hours after Elon Musk called the plan a piece of pork and threatened that those who supported it would be voted out in 2 years. Less than 2 days before a government shutdown, Trump demanded that everything from the package, except the extension to fund the government until mid-March, be stripped away, calling the add-ons Democrat giveaways, despite Republicans agreeing to all of the priorities. The stopgap spending measure was expanded to include $100 billion in new disaster aid, $10 billion in economic assistance to farmers, changes to health coverage and foreign investment policies, a 3.8% pay raise for members of Congress, and a provision granting a football stadium site in D.C. for the Washington Commanders. Still, Trump said any Republican who votes for the current spending bill is stupid and threatened that they would be primaried and disposed of as quickly as possible. Speaker Mike Johnson will need Democratic votes now to avoid a government shutdown, since he can only afford to lose 3 Republicans on any proposal, and some conservatives are unlikely to support whatever plan emerges. Democrats, however, are pressuring Johnson to stick to their original deal. Earlier in the day, Trump said Johnson will easily remain Speaker if he acts decisively and tough and eliminates all of the traps being set by Democrats in the spending package. A growing number of Republicans, including Trump, have also started to publicly call for the government to shut down until next year, with some suggesting that they keep it closed until the inauguration. Congress now has until Friday night to craft a bill that can pass the Republican-led House and the Democratic-controlled Senate and be signed by Biden before the government shuts down at 12:01 a.m. on Saturday. One House Republican was overheard complaining to another member about Trump's last-minute demands, saying, "This is a deeply unserious party right now." After sinking the bipartisan deal to fund the government, Trump demanded that Congress also eliminate the debt ceiling, a law that limits how much money the federal government can borrow to pay its bills. Trump said getting rid of the debt ceiling would be the smartest thing Congress can do, adding, "I would support that entirely," and saying, "Increasing the debt ceiling is not great, but we'd rather do it on Biden's watch." Trump also warned that the Democrats are looking to embarrass us in June when it comes up for a vote. Although the cap is currently suspended until January 1st of next year, under a bipartisan deal struck in June 2023, the Treasury Department can extend the deadline using so-called extraordinary measures to push back the date and buy more time for lawmakers to address it. The national debt is currently around $36 trillion. Meanwhile, House Speaker Mike Johnson offered a new proposal to avoid a shutdown. It includes extending federal spending for 3 months, suspending the debt limit for 2 years, extending the Farm Bill for a year, and providing $100 billion for disaster aid. Trump immediately embraced the new plan and called it a success, saying it's a very good deal for the American people. Johnson plans to bring the bill for a vote via a process called suspension, which means it will need a 2/3 voting threshold in order to pass. It's unclear, however, whether enough Republicans will support the proposal. Chip Roy, a Texas Republican, called it a watered-down version of the same crappy bill people were mad about yesterday. Trump then threatened to primary challenge Roy, saying Republican obstructionists have to be done away with. At the same time, Democrats, who were not part of the renegotiated deal, are not expected to support the plan either. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries called the Musk-Johnson proposal not serious and said it's laughable. Extreme MAGA Republicans are driving us to a government shutdown. In a private caucus meeting, Jeffries told his colleagues, "I'm not simply a no, I'm a hell no." And finally, a Georgia appeals court disqualified Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis from overseeing the criminal racketeering case against Trump and his allies. The 3-judge panel reversed a trial judge decision, allowing her to remain on the case despite revelations about a romantic relationship she had with the lawyer she hired to manage the prosecution. The appeals court, however, said that disqualification is mandated and no other remedy will suffice to restore public confidence in the integrity of these proceedings. The appeals court did not dismiss the indictment. Trump and his 18 co-defendants were indicted in August 2023 over an alleged scheme to overturn the results of the 2020 election in Georgia. Willis's disqualification means the charges against Trump will likely either be paused while he is in office or dismissed entirely. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.